Passive sensors aren't sure yet, but they think it may be picking up signs of engines on standby. It's already travelling at 3 times our velocity. Any idea on size? Berg looked down at the sensor operator. Phillips, she prompted. I think it's somewhere in the region of shuttle size, sir. 15 to 20 metres, perhaps? It's now coming up at 4.5 light seconds, sir, Phillips responded without taking his eye off the screen. If manned, that's only just big enough for an in-system jump drive. Way too small for a full interstellar capable vessel, Crow muttered, and there's no reason why an in-system ship would be running around this far out without a mothership. It's going at a fairly serious velocity too, sir, Berg added. We're not picking up anything else from it. No radio, radar or FTL signals. I wonder how the hell they even see where they're going. Crow watched the blip on the screen for a few moments. Then he reached down to his belt and flicked onto the main ship intercom channel. All hands, this is the captain. Suit up and close on stations. Repeat, close on stations. Professor Ray and Mr. Copeland to the bridge. Around the bridge, all personnel were pulling on their own suits with a speed that came from regular drills. The survival suits allowed a ship to decompress most sections before action. This would drastically reduce the chances of secondary explosions and fire, allowed damage control teams to move around without having to work their way through multiple airlocks. They also gave a crewman at least some chance that the hull was opened up in their section. Do you intend to stay here, Skipper, or move to the conning tower? Berg asked as she instinctively ran her fingers down the seals of her suit. Although the conning tower was one of the most heavily armoured points on the ship, the whole concept on a cruiser was pretty outdated. Modern cruisers were burying their battle bridges deep inside the hull. The day bridge was inside the centrifuge, which meant it had gravity. However, if the ship started getting thrown around by weapon hits or while manoeuvring, the spikes and troughs in the artificial gravity would be wildly disorientating. Not until we know what we're looking at. Retain pressure in the centrifuge, depressurize the rest. Berg nodded and pressed the red button on a console. A mournful siren echoed through the ship. As she did, she glanced across the lit board showing the various ship compartments, all glowing a steady green. All sections, report closed up for action, sir, she reported. The aft hatch clanged open. Professor Ray and Alfred Copeland hurried through, slamming it closed behind them. Both were carrying rather than wearing their survival suits, a sight that caused Crow to stifle a sigh. Deep space exploration might be the reason he joined the fleet, but he frequently found it bloody irritating to have to deal with civilians. How can I help? Alfred asked as he started to struggle into his suit. We have something approaching us on a convergent course. We've observed a course correction, so natural phenomenon seems unlikely, Crow told him. So a ship? That's one possibility.